Good morning, everyone. Hope you are taking good care of safety in the COVID pandemic. On the behalf of A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur, I, Mrs. Shamla Depe, lecturer in Humanity and Science Department, welcomes Mr. Gajanan Kulkarni, today's speaker, Dr. Amit Chaugule, Campus Director and Principal of Polytechnic Wing, Mr. J.M. Jekitia, Vice Principal, Mr. S.K. Mohite, Coordinator of this STTP, Head of Departments, and my colleagues and your participants. Today is day 2 of 1 week online short-term training program on teaching learning pedagogies approved and funded by AICTE Quality Improvement Scheme, AQIS, New Delhi. Today, we are going to listen on the topic learning styles and strategies. I am happy to introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Gajanan Kulkarni. Mr. Kulkarni is an educationalist and associated with the field of mechanical engineering. He has completed post-graduation in mechanical engineering design. He holds 13 years of experience in academics and industry. Earlier in career, he has worked with US-based MNC at Pune for 3 years in manufacturing and logistic and banking and financial departments. He has handled US, European and Norwegian clients also. He has conducted more than 20 workshops of outcome-based education, that is OBE, NBA, at various reputed institutes in Maharashtra and Karnataka also. He has conducted various soft skill trainings for more than 500 students. His publications and conferences, his research work has been published in the field of mechanical engineering design in reputed mechanical international journals and has presented the research work in international conferences also. As far as his awards and recognition considered, he has been appreciated as a reviewer of one of the international conference held in December 2018. With this brief introduction, I request Kulkarni sir to start the session on the topic learning styles and strategies. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I welcome all the participants for this session on learning styles and strategies. I thank organizers for giving me an opportunity to interact with you all. It's been a fantastic time that we are meeting early morning with a fresh phrase. This session would have been a very interactive one. I really sincerely convey to all the participants that the topic learning styles and strategies is purely theoretical. It's purely theoretical and bit tricky also, because whenever we go for a theoretical topic, then these topics are pretty much controversial because there are different outlook available in the research. Different philosophers, different thinkers convey the same topic in a different manner. So what I'll do in this upcoming 1.5 hours, I'll make sure that the session will end before 1 o'clock, because the time line given to me is 1 p.m. So I assure everyone who is currently live on Zoom as well as who are live on Facebook that no need to see the watch clock. I'll conclude before 1 p.m. and I'll make sure that this session would be a fantastic session for you all. Whenever currently we are going through, the world is going through a challenge of corona disease, and we are in a COVID pandemic. There are a lot of problems, sufferings for various families in the world, various segments in the world. However, when we go through such tricky situation, there are some positive outcome also of the situation. Like we are facing now, what we are doing now is almost all of us have well much acquainted with the theoretical lectures that way in face-to-face mode. It is a little bit easy for us because we can see the audience and we can have a feel of it, we can communicate with them, our body language is there, and it is slightly easier to interact with the audience, let it be whatever be the number. But COVID taught us to be user-friendly in online mode. However, there are some limitations for the online mode, but we'll try to make the session by using some activities. Some takeaway slides are there. Also, in my presentation, I have used some color codes for these various activities. Uh, Along with that, some web contents you are going to see. That what would be the probable questions from your side. So those will be answered during the session also. And for that sake, we are going to use some web content. Uh, During preparation of these things in last few weeks, that I have observed some research and research outcomes that are also I have included in this presentation, stating a different color. So we have around 5 to 6 different color. We are going to have some activities after each 15-20 minutes or so that everyone will be with me. I need to sincerely convey regarding that. I request everyone to be slightly concentrating on the slides, because as this topic is theoretical, as this topic is comparatively tricky, it is easy to listen and we can know that. But when we go into root level details of this, then there is need to concentrate. And also, there is another one challenge is everything will not be everyone should not be able to understand everything at same instance. As we progress in upcoming around say 90 minutes or so, at the end of 90 minutes, almost everything will be clear to everyone. But at least I try to check that 80% people will be in a position to understand. And for that sake, I need participation from your side also. Your theoretical slides are there, which I will request you to go through it, and we'll proceed in this way. So I welcome all the participants once again, because here have joined just now. I'm going to share my screen now. Is my screen is visible to everyone? Uh, can anyone please reply in a verbal mode? Whether the screen is visible to everyone? Hello? Hello?
Sir, the screen is visible now.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for confirmation. So we'll start with this. This is for the agenda which we are going to discuss. That we are going to discuss about the current psychology of the students and the faculty's expectations. Also, we'll see some philosophical matter which is need of this topic. We'll touch the Bloom's taxonomy as well. We are obviously the topic is learning style, so we are going to define it and we are going to see the various types of it, as well as we are going to see what learning strategies are, how they are defined, and what are their types. And lastly, we're going to see the difference between these two. Let us salute the great Indian philosopher Swami Vivekananda, and we'll start the session. And we'll get arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So we'll be in this mode till our goal of learning styles and strategies is reached. Whenever we are going to learn, we are going to understand, listen something about it. So let us try to be in a crystal clear manner, in a vivid pattern. I'll explain what the learning outcome out of this session. So I request everyone to just read these things. The faculty will be able to observe the diversity and individual differences about the learning styles. Also, we are going to define it. We are going to discuss the different dimensions of this learning style. Those will be able to make it clear, and we'll restate the usefulness of learning strategies. Yeah. why each individual have different learning style. I just quoted some point. These are not so new to you. As everyone has a different socio-economic background. Also, the attentiveness of the students and their involvement in the class. Some prerequisite knowledge and the motivation behind learning is also makes the individual holding a different learning style. The time, place, and pace of everyone's study is also differ. So the reason behind having a different learning style by an individual holds these many points which are displayed on your screen. And also the important factor is the way we communicate. Like I mentioned, when we have a physical interaction, then the session would be a different mode. And now when we are interacting with virtual sessions, then the method would be different. And but obvious, the sentence what I written is one style cannot fit to all, so the action is needed. We had seen the movie like Tare Zameen Par. So every child is special. So being a faculty, we need to be in a position to understand this. We need to nurture a child having a different learning style. And I request everyone to please allow me because I am using some Bollywood examples, some cricketing examples, also from some science background. And because the topic as a community, it is a theoretical one. So to enrich the topic, to enrich the content, to be bound to everyone to be with me, I'm going to use some Bollywood examples also. So like Ishan Awasthi, our children are also special one and we need to take care of them. This is the important slide, what I say, because the current psychology of the student, what we are now being a faculty is facing is students are more of surface learning. They believe in rote learning, rote memorization, just with minimum preparation, they wish to earn maximum marks. So the motivation for these students come from the grades and they are in a very hurry to finish the things. They did not want to go into detail. And that ultimately happens the outcome of the education. But this is a bitter fact and we need to accept it. And it's a risky business for the students. So relying on rote learning and preparing a last minute by having something and communicating the same in the examination, maybe Thira examination or the oral examination. So this is the current trend of students of the surface learning. And on the contrary, if we see, we being a faculty, we expect a student to be a deep learning. And obviously in deep learning, the goal is to be to understand the course material thoroughly, to have good involvement in the learning. And this will definitely lead to a better memory retention. And more obviously, the deep learners enjoy the process of learning. And these are the three examples which are shown on your screen that the best we can say for the deep learning. Like Ranchod Das Chanchal, Rancho from the Three Idiots is the best example of the learning. We might have seen the movie and he stated that ज्ञान हर तरफ बट रहा है, कहीं पे भी जाके बैठो आपको ज्ञान मिलेगा. So the deep learning students are something like this in this mode. The Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar is another example of deep learning in his own area. And we know Albert Einstein, in lighter mode, he's called as a devil in a physics because he had changed so many parameters in the physics before they were in the process, they were in the practice. So he had changed everything. So we being faculty, we expect a deep learning. And now this is a clear-cut distinguish that the student's current process, the student's current understanding, and the faculty's current expectation. So there is a clear gap that student psychology is moving in a X direction and the faculty psychology moves in a Y direction. So to bridge this, we need to understand a simple concept of MBTI. It is a philosophical short one. We'll just cover up in 5 minutes time and we'll move ahead. So Myers-Briggs personality inventory, that is MBTI theory. Myers-Briggs type indicator, MBTI, is what it is called as. It is a philosophical theory, and I'll explain what this theory is. And after listening this, you will definitely agree with me. Yes, something is like this in our case also. So what MBTI, that is Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, is? It is an introspective self-reporting questionnaire, and this clearly indicates what is the psychological preference in which the world is getting accepted, how the people perceive the world, and also they make decisions. So what MBTI communicates that our decision making is depend on these psychological preferences, and it is based on a concept of a Swiss psychiatrist, Carl Jung. And he has speculated that the people experience the world using 4 principles, psychological functions, that is sensation, intuition, feeling, and thinking. And one of these is the dominance with that person. And we all are aware that there is a sensation, we have intuition, we have. So this theory is so-called not new to us, but we are going to frame it in a particular context. So in all, if we see, there are 4 categories, that is introversion and extraversion, sensing and intuition, thinking and feeling, or judging or perceiving. So in these 4 categories, all the people in the world are segregated. How that we are going to see in next slide. Yeah. So these are the 4 categories in which the MBTI has worked. And we're going to see the brief details of each of this in next 5 minutes. Yeah. Extraversion or introversion. And this is at high end, it's a social oriented. The people who talk with each other and then take action, they communicate it as an extrovert person. However, and they prefer to be active learning or a group projects, these people expect. And in contradiction to that, there are some people who are introverts and they do talk with others, but they prefer lecture and structured tasks. And they are very limited to their own. So in social aspect, the first category goes with the extroversion and the introversion of the MBTI theory. The second one is the sensing and the intuition. Each person has these qualities that when sensors are there, then they rely on facts and examples, also some realistic and practical applications they draw, and they prefer the memorizing the facts. And they prefer to be specific questions, concrete questions. The vague questions are not accepted by these people. And whenever the intuition people are there, they are more about the imagination, intuition, the intuition of the self. And they refer to a particular interpretation of any concept. And these theories can give a greater play to the imagination and the inspiration. So these are what called as intuitors. The third category is about the thinking and feeling, and the best example is the thinker Aristotle from Greek. And what he did, or like to take an objective approach, they take and they emphasize, they give importance to the logic and analysis. And in contradiction to this, the emotional people, the feelers, they feel the things and they take decisions on the basis of hurt, on the basis of emotion. So the decision making has 2 dimensions. One is thinking and another is the feeling. Thinkers are but obvious. They prefer the objective feedback and they thrive when there is a pressure to succeed. But when emotional thing is there, then they prefer to have a positive feedback and they recognize individually. They feel better when they are recognized individually. So this is what the thinking and feeling category is, the decision making of MBTI. And the last category of this section is judging and perceiving. And it is related with achieving the goals. The pictures are pretty much clear. I request everyone to just see the pictures. The judges are something like, boss, my mind is made up. Don't confuse me with the facts. I'm done with that. and wherein we check the perceivers, they are, let's go through also, let's go through this also. That means I'll just explain the perceiving first. The perceivers are consider all the sides of the problem, and they may be at some risk because they cannot complete the work, because when they are in a box, they think all around the box and try to understand each and every aspect. But in contradiction to this, opposite to that, the judges are something, they have very clearly defined strategies to achieve the goal, and they prefer the structured way, orderliness. जितना आप बोलोगे उतना हम करेंगे, कुछ उसमें ज्यादा नहीं कुछ कम नहीं, बिल्कुल डिफाइंड वे उनके दिमाग में रहता है, जिसके जरिए वो अपने गोल्स अचीव करना चाहते हैं। और उसके ऑपोजिट में परसिवर्स रहते हैं, जो हर प्रॉब्लम के हर एंगल से देखते हैं और सोचते हैं, समझते हैं। So this is a summary of what we have discussed in last 10-15 minutes, that there are 4 categories of Myers-Briggs personality. We have started with the session stating that there is a difference between student psychology and the faculty psychology, and there is a need to bridge this gap, to understand this gap. And for this, a fantastic work has been done by Myers and Briggs, and we have tried to understand this Myers-Briggs personality inventory, that is Myers-Briggs type indicator. So the abbreviation is different in these 4 cadres. And what they have challenged, what they have communicated is that out of these 8 options, extraversion, introversion, sensing, and intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, and perceiving, out of these 8 options, total 16 unique combinations can be made with a person by changing either one. See, there are total 4 to 8 points are there, 8 headings are there. By combining these 4 categories, we can have a 16 unique combinations, and almost all the people in the world have influence of these 4 cadres in making the decision. So this is what the summary is. The initial part, what we are discussing is little bit theoretical. So let's change the mode and joins with the activity part. Yes, this is the activity for you. I'm not getting screen sharing response. Okay. I request everyone to just observe this point and convey me how many squares are there in this figure. I hope this figure is can be seen by everyone, right? Yes. The controlling team can please confirm me whether this activity 1 slide is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. I request everyone to just put your answers in the chat box. What is the figure you are feeling, that how many squares are there in this slide? Yes. I'll just give 1 minute time for this. Yes, how many squares would be there? Can you please put it in a chat box? Okay, I'm getting an answer of around 40, 36, 37, 45. I'm getting more than 80 also. It's Miss Sunita ma'am. Okay, more than 80. Okay, 180 attending session. Okay. 44, 46, more than 100. Okay, 47. Yeah, few are very close to the answer. 36, 35, 32. Just have a closer look. I'll just give a guess that it is more than 40. It is definitely more than 40. Take average. Thank you, Mahesh ji, for giving an input that take the average of everything. Okay, 32. Okay, 42 is reply from someone. 48, 45. Okay, fine. Those who are giving a reply of 45, I'll just appreciate them because they are very close to answer. Some have given 47, 48 also. So what I'll do, I'll just convey the answer to you and explain also. See, there are blue color squares are 30. These blue color lines, those are 30. How I did? Just a simple mathematical calculation, square of 1, 2, 3, 4, and I did this. Where the challenge comes, these multicolor squares inside the blue squares has almost 15, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and this complete one. So total 5 squares are there for the multicolor. So 5 threes are 15. So 30 plus 15, 45 is nearly close. Then I have quoted the answer as 49. So from where the last 4 squares have popped up, I'll show you. These 4 squares are nothing but at the junction of multicolor squares and a blue color square, there are first, second, third, and fourth. Another 4 squares have been created. So on a confirmed side, there are 30 plus 15 plus 4. So in all total, 49 squares are there. Thank you for your input and for your response. Okay. Side by side, I'm just looking at the chat box also from another device. Okay, we'll move ahead. So I hope we have freshened up with this philosophy and theory. Now let's start with the contents. And whenever we think of academics, whenever we think about our brain, our hands-on skills, our emotions, and when academics is there, then we cannot separate Mr. Benjamin Bloom out of this. So I'm just going to claim about Bloom's taxonomy. Every one of us who are currently live on Zoom and Facebook are well aware of this Bloom's taxonomy. I'm just going to conclude, I'm just going to summarize this Bloom's taxonomy with the 3 main objectives in these 3 domains. That a cognitive domain is there, psychomotor domain, and affective domain. What we in general language we say it as a 3H, and these 3H are head, hands, and heart. Cognitive domain related with the head, that is the brain related. It's a knowledge of an experiment or a concept. The psychomotor skills are related with the hands-on skills, that how a student can perform a particular experiment. And the last one is the affective domain, related to the heart, related with the feelings, related with the emotions. And that is what we map in our practices as a attendance of the candidate, his communication, his sincerity in the practicals. And we allot marks on these 3 categories. That is cognitive, psychomotor, and affective. Various technical education departments across Pan India, because I have asked organizers to share the participant list, and I'm really amazed that the organizers have got response registrations from Pan India. Almost each state of the country is covered, received the response, and I hope most of them are online, either on Zoom or Facebook. We all do practice this triple H, that is head, hand, and heart. that is cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domain, while we judge the student, while we give marks for the practicals or the theoretical material. So moving ahead with this Bloom's taxonomy of these three domains, we'll try to understand now what are the learning styles. What I did in this presentation is I have kept a hardcore philosophical, theoretical definitions also, and I have lightened up that with the simple words, what they mean exactly in our day-to-day language. Most of the things might be aware to many of the participants. I'm maybe brushing with this. And as I communicated at the start of the session, that there could be variety of thoughts, variety of outlook, depending on the theory they go through. So one of the outlook and idea I have chosen and prepared for this presentation. However, few people might have differences because they might have different outlook. So we'll try to understand what is the bookish definition or a theoretical definition of a learning style. It is open on your screen that an individual's natural, habitual, and preferred ways of absorbing, processing, retaining new information and skills. I again take an example of Three Idiot movie in which they have communicated the definition of a machine in a very difficult manner, similar way I did here. That learning style is nothing but it is an individual's natural, habitual, and preferred way of absorbing, processing, and retaining a new information and skills. But obvious, these are depend on the cognitive, the emotional, the psychomotor skills, and also on the environmental factors in which the candidate grows. In the initial session also, those who have missed, I repeat for them. At the start, we have discussed what are the diversities, why there is a difference in a learning style. So considering those artifacts, there are some diversities with the person since childhood, how he grows. And the learning style also depend on individual's prior experience, what they have experienced till now. So this is what the book is definition. And in simple words, I request everyone to just go through the last two lines in this slide, that the information enters in our brain with the three ways, that is sight, hearing, and touch. And which one we use most, that is what called as a learning style, in simple. So when we think of learning style, then at actual there are almost more than 8 variety of learning styles are there. These are the three which we use mostly, that is sight, hearing, and touch, that is physical or tactile method. But apart from this, there are other ways also. Before moving, I request to start with another activity. I want everyone to be involved in this session because it is very easy to get out psychologically, mentally in this session, because this is slightly a difficult or a tricky subject. So we'll get another activity immediately, stating why should the teacher know about the learning style? क्या जरूरत है टीचर को कि बच्चों की लर्निंग स्टाइल वो समझे? अभी चैट बॉक्स में आपको रिप्लाई देना है, मैं वो सारी चीजें अभी देख रहा हूँ. So if we can see the chat, I'm getting a response. Receiver is the students. Very good. For effective teaching, Vijay ji, very right answer. Easy convey to our learning objective. Oh, it is getting flooded now. To decide teaching methodology, student-centered teaching, great. It creates interest, great. Learning pace is different. Yes, very true. It's easy for assignment. Okay. Effective usage teaching learning methodology is absolutely right. That we have discussed. For interactions with the student. For better communication, very truly said, Gaidhani ji. Effective student activity, yes, absolutely right, Dr. Yuvraj sir. Remove barrier in communication, yes, I do agree with that. Very good. Almost everyone who is on Zoom is giving reply. Our brain structure is in a way that our mind grasps things easily when we acquire through using different senses. Yes, Tiwari ji, I am going to come on that point. You are rightly pointed. Yes, yes, yes. Communication becomes easier. Mhm. Yes, Zadoji has also rightly pointed to behavioral aspect of learner. That's what I was just communicating, stating that there is a point stating this affective domain point, the behavior of the candidate. Yes, we are getting a good response on Zoom chat box. It will help to deliver the proper contents to the listener. Yes, rightly said. Yes. Yeah. Thanks a lot for your participation. Yeah, I'm expecting the same for another 60 minutes in this session to teach psychological to logical. Yeah, Dr. Monica, fine. So what I expect that the importance of this learning. Yes, as rightly communicated by all the faculty members, that I'll just summarize what you have quoted in the chat box, that it helps the faculty to understand the diverse learning communities. If, see, when we are standing in a class and delivering the session, and if we are not well aware about how the students are going to learn, then that would be difficult for the faculty to get a listen. Uh, I'm sorry, but is everyone is pointing on a slide something? And the control person can please help out with this. Someone is writing in slide. Please, if you have any point, then please raise it in a chat box. Yeah. So what the next point regarding the importance is the determine. We need to determine what best for our students. This has been covered in the chat box that we need to understand how our students are going to learn, and if there is a mismatch between an instruction and a learning style, then nothing will reach to the students. And as a sentence is there, I'll repeat for you that best learning takes place when a teaching style matches the learning style of the student. What I repeat for you, that best learning takes place when a teaching style matches with the learning style. And for that sake, a faculty must be in a position to understand the different learning styles available in his class. So this is the takeaway slide that we need to convey to the students that the students, if we know about the learning style of the student, then his strengths and weaknesses about that learning style can help the student to study more effectively. So what I mentioned is see it, hear it, and experience it. So this is the takeaway slide. I keep for around 20 seconds. I request everyone to just read this slide. Knowing the students' learning style, both the strengths and the weaknesses can help the student to study more effectively. Because if I know that I'm going to hit a 6 on a bouncer, then that is my strength. And if it is not, then I need to go and leave that ball in a cricketing aspect. Yeah, we'll proceed. Let's do some fun once again. Most of us might be aware about our own learning style. So I'm going to do exercise now. I'm going to just convey a few points before doing that exercise, how one should understand his own learning style. I request everyone to be attentive for another 2-3 minutes, because we are going to do a fun here. That how to do that, how to identify a learning style, that we need to identify a learning style that's stating, think about your past, think about your school days, think about your college, and try to do that, how you have learned, how you have learned things. Are you in a position of mastering the facts, the discussion, or working of your own? Which point is you are comfortable, like a lecture is comfortable for you, or a group discussion, or hands-on activities gets you get more attracted towards the hands-on activities. And I request everyone to do some metacognition, that is self-analysis. Metacognition refers to a self-analysis, that is awareness and understanding of one's own thought processes. And then just think how you have learned. How do you have learned? I repeat what I'm expecting right now from everyone who is active, positively active in this section, stating that how we have learned. Just think for a minute at your own that we are going to see that how this we have learned, what we thought that just having a lecture is fine with us, or we are having some hands-on activity we are preferred with that, some lecture or the regular lecture or group activity attracted to us. Have some self-analysis for a minute. Have understanding, make aware yourself at how your thought process is. We are going to touch this metacognition later in the session also, while we are going with the learning strategies. And just think for a minute, how do you think you are learning? Okay, now we are quickly going to the third activity, and let us understand the participants' learning style. I request everyone to go online, keep the session live, open a browser in your mobile or a laptop, and just go to a website that is www.menti.com. I request everyone to just open this www.menti.com website. Can you please do this? Yes. Yeah, and use this code 979912. Put this code on this website. You will get a picture, and you have to choose either of the three options available on your screen. हमें बिल्कुल जल्दबाजी नहीं करनी है, हम सेशन में आराम से जाएंगे। कुछ लोग कुछ तो स्क्रीन पे लिख रहे हैं, मैं उनसे गुजारिश करता हूं कि कृपया आप ऐसा ना करें। सेशन पे कुछ तो यू आर पुटिंग सम लाइंस ऑन द स्क्रीन, हाउ आई डोंट नो, please don't do this. Whether joined, plus please open your chat box and convey me whether you are doing that or not. I am getting a first response from a participant. Yes, circle. I request everyone to just open www.menti.com, menti.com. There you will see a picture, and you have three options out of that. And I request choose any one option and submit the response. Yes, I am getting the responses now. Great. Mohammed has submitted the response. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a response. I'm waiting for another 1 minute. I request everyone just keep this Zoom session alive. Those who are working on a Facebook, I request them also to open the browser. Put the link www.menti.com. Great. Many people are submitting. Yes, Salvage has submitted. Riturajji. Code is 979912. 97 99 12. Use this code and submit. Yes, great. I'm getting a good number. I'm going to convey the output of this, why we are doing this and why I'm wishing to do that. This is one of the method of active learning, that is menti.com, because with this we can set a questionnaire where we can get a feedback from the students. We are getting a good analysis of this website from this website also. Great. Lalwani ma'am has submitted also. I request, yes, we can wait for a minute. We have ample time. And I reiterate, I'm not going to extend the session beyond 1. Yeah. Okay. Getting a responses. I'm getting check on the laptop also. Yes. Yeah. Fine. Mm, I'll just do an analysis for 5 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for putting the response. Yes, I get a question that Menti.com is free. Yes, yes, it is free. We can use this. Yeah, I can see around how many around 100 responses have been submitted till this point. Still, the count is increasing, but I'm considering the 100, and I can see that around 40 participants are in a mode of a visual learners, that is the cadre 1. Around 30% participants in a verbal mode, that is the 4th one, and remaining 30% are in the tactile or kinesthetic mode of learning. So they are kinesthetic learners. Okay, thank you for your responses. Yeah. So I repeat the outcome of this from the Menti.com. What the result I got is that almost 40% participants are visual learners, wherein 30% participants are verbal learners, and 30% participants are the tactile or kinesthetic learners, which is also called as a physical learner. Okay. So this is what the end of activity 3. Now, as I communicate, there are some web content also we are going to see, and in this, a question might be coming. Elaborate, sir, with respect to options click. Okay. The question could be raised that, sir, how can we do it for our students? How can we do it for the candidates? So I have quoted few websites here, and if I click any of this, then we are going to have questionnaire stating that how the learning style would be. How the learning style would be. Yeah. How to study.com. These are free of cost, and we can communicate this to everyone. I request the person who is just disturbing a slide on a screen. The technical team can please help me out of this. If someone is there from the organizer side, from the technical team, that someone is just messing up with the slides.
Sir, could you please, sir, there are many participants who are making some annotations. Just select your screen sharing drop down. Select your screen sharing drop down.
I am also.
Yes, go to click on annotate. I can see your slide.
Yeah, I did.
Click on annotate.
Erase.
Yes, you would see a different bar getting generated. There, select as clear all drawings. You could see a dustbin icon.
Okay, clear. Clear all drawings.
Clear all drawings, yes. Now, on the main slider, from where you selected annotate, where you see this, you are sharing the screen, go there. Yes, click on those 3 dots at the extreme right.
Disable participants annotation.
Disable participant annotations.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. So no one can annotate now.
Thank you for this support. Yeah, I apologize for this break, but I'm getting disturbance. Someone is trying to enjoy the slide, enjoy the content in a different manner. Sir, I humbly request you to be in a positive mode for this session. Thank you. So we were at the point how to identify the learning style of our students, and in that point I have quoted some websites in the slide, and I have clicked one of the websites stating the learning style assessment. And if I go with this, yeah, yes. I request everyone, there are around 30 questions are there. We are not going to see all the 30 questions, but I request you to be just have, to just read the content which you are observing on your mobile or a laptop. Just read the content and read the options also. I draw the letters of a word with my fingers when trying to learn its spelling. A lot like me, whether I'm doing that or not, or something like that. So around, you need to select the answer. Here, click on the next. You will get another question. And likewise, when you proceed, you at the end you will able to understand what's your own learning style also. Fewer faculties who have, if you have not done this learning style, then I request you all to do this activity of identifying your own learning style. It's a blurred screen. Okay. I'll try to open another website. But the activity is pretty much similar, that you need to click any of this. See, I request everyone to be with me, because I'm going to share all this content with the organizers, and they are going to send to you by email or something in any media. And you can later on also, after this session also, you can click on the contents and you can just get a feel how the things will work. All of them, the 4 websites are given, they are sort of authenticate one, and they will give definitely a good input to you and your students as well. I'm getting a chat stating, please post website name. Yes, Priyanka ma'am, these websites are available to you. By the end of this session, you will get the PDF of this presentation, so you can check later also. What's my point is, the probable question would be, how do we do for our candidates? So these are the websites with which you can do the identification of the learning style. We'll go and we'll see what is the list. How many learning styles are there? There are almost more than 20 learning styles I have read, but out of those 20, these 8 are at the priority. The first one is the visual learners, second one is the auditory, third one is physical, kinesthetic or tactile learner. Then the verbal learners. Before a while in an activity, I have observed that more than 30% participants are of verbal category. That is the 4th category. Then there are some social learners, some logical learners, some solitary learners. They wish to learn by their own, solitary learners. And some are naturalistic learners. They love the nature and they try to relate everything with that. And we are going to see all these 8 learning styles in detail in upcoming 15 minutes. So these visual learners, the images are pretty much self-explanatory used in the slides. So the visual learners prefer to see the pictures, diagrams, cartoons, graphs, the charts. They get benefited when they see something in a visual manner, the picture mode. If the picture mode is on, they will be a fantastic learners. But if you just go on just a theoretical slide without having a picture, they won't be having a pretty much comfortness in accepting the concepts. If there are no visual aids, they will definitely get distracted. That is what I have explained. And with this graphs and pictures, they are in a position to understand any critical concept in a very easy way. The second variety of the learners is the auditory learners. They listen. They love to have a background music. Even around, I can see more than 600 people are live on Zoom and Facebook, including more than 600 people. They are live, and I can see out of our 600, because we are sailing in the same boat. myself not being a orator or you being a speaker, we all sail in the same boat. And out of our 600 people, many have a habit of studying. When they study, a silent music is going on their room. They are playing some music, they are playing some songs, some instrumentals, and they learn. And this is what the second category is. They are the auditory learners. And they can observe with a little effort, and often they close the eyes and silently listen. They concentrate on the words which they are listening. So this is, and being faculty, you will also agree with me that many of the students in our class, though they are not looking at the board, but they can give the right answer when we ask the questions, isn't it? So those students, we scold them that just listen, आप नहीं देख रहे हो board की तरफ, you need to pay attention, something like that. But they are auditory learners. They listen your words and they understand the information that they hear. Okay. So this is the second type of auditory learners. The third one, they are the physical or tactile or kinesthetic learners, and they involve in some group activities or they create study sheets with the vivid example. They write in a crystal clear manner. They love to have a role playing interaction with the interaction between an employee and a client. If we give them a practical hand, that is touch-based activities or practical-based activities in a traditional lecture, they will be definitely happy. And those are called as a tactile learners or the physical learners. And a specific thing about this tactile learner is, unless you give some activity to them, they are very unable to understand the concept. And moreover, in our traditional lecture also, when you speak in the class, when you teach in the class, they keep on writing their own points. Unless and until these people write, they cannot memorize. So this is the problem with the kinesthetic learner. In our lecture also, few students will be definitely there. They are there that whatever points we are communicating in a verbal, they used to write those points in the notebook. And this category of the student belongs to the tactile learner or the physical learners. And out of this first, second, and third, that is visual, auditory, and tactile learners, most of the research has been done with these three cadres only. And for your research, for your understanding, for your theory is available with the verbal and the next remaining 5 varieties. I'll just pinpoint a difference between auditory learner and a verbal learner. Auditory learners, usually they rely on just listening, wherein if you see in the slide, the first row communicates that the verbal learners, they favor the reading, writing, listening, or speaking. So in addition to listening, reading and writing is also there for the verbal learners. And if you remember in the activity before while we have conducted, almost 30% learners are there with the verbal category. 30% learners among our 600, 700 count. They love the word games, rhymes, etc. And they often strong public speakers, because when they read, write, then they have that confidence to speak with the people. Another one interesting variety of learner we are going to see in upcoming slides. And the strategy for teaching these is just give them a verbal teaching and writing activities to these learners. Ask them to teach the members of the class a certain material, like in school days, in even colleges also, we give in a flipped classroom, we ask students to teach a simpler part, introductory part in a class. We ask them to prepare a slide. These are the active learning methodologies. Some strategies are there. So we use them. If we use them, this is beneficial for the verbal learners. Even some quiz, if we incorporate, then that will help the verbal learners. Some learners are the social. The image shows a school or a college building stating an ancient structure. The social learners refers to they process the information by interacting and relating with the others. They interact with the people and then they are comfortable. few students, if we observe in a class that after our session, during the break or something, a group of 3-4 students stands together and convey what has been taught in the lecture, and they discuss with each other. So all the students belongs to a social learners. They bounce back the ideas of each other, they put their points strongly, and it's like a politician that they put their points strongly, this disobeys the points raised by the others, but still they love to work in a group. So for this, such type of students, such type of learners, they are called as social learners, and we need to be in a position to give them a platform for their discussion, to increasing their self-confidence. This is the fifth cadre of the learners. The next one is with the logical learners. So these people, the logical learners, what they do is, these logical learners favor the use of the logic and the reasoning. Unless until a perfect reason is communicated to these students, they will not be in a position to understand it. In our regular lectures also, fewer students in the class or something like, they need to have more input compared to others, giving a specific reason of the concept, a specific logic, how that is come. Many times we couldn't able to communicate them the real matter, like force is equal to mass into acceleration, F is equal to m into a. How we usually don't teach, because it is there in the theory and we are practicing that F is equal to m into a, or E is equal to m dot c square, that is energy is equal to mass into twice square of the speed of light. We just tell the final line of the theory or the research. However, these students are expecting from where these points all have been dropped. कहाँ से आया ये सब? आप मुझे detailed theory बताओ. So these are what called as the logical learners, and they must be provided with the statistics and facts. Considering these artifacts, the logical learners need to go into deep learning. Unless until they get some statistics, some facts, some realistic data, some background, they are not in a position to understand. Hardly 5% students belongs to this logical learners category. Because most of the students think, hey, F equal to ma, सर ने बोल दिया, that's it, वो यूज करना है, उसके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने हैं, वो एग्जाम में याद रखना है, and that's it. उसके बाद कुछ ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत है. कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं कि जो ज्यादा सोचते हैं, यार ये F equal to ma आया कहाँ से, E equal to mc square आया कहाँ से. So for such type of learners belong to the logical learners category. ये बहुत चैलेंजिंग लर्नर्स रहते हैं, सॉलिटरी लर्नर्स, खुद से सीखना चाहते हैं. लर्न बाय देम, they love to have individual problem solving exercises. ग्रुप एक्टिविटी अगर आप इनको देंगे तो ये ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल नहीं होंगे ग्रुप एक्टिविटी में. However, जब हम इनको ज्यादा एक्टिविटी देंगे, इंडिविजुअल उनको टास्क देंगे, उतने ज्यादा ये लोग कंफर्टेबल रहेंगे. So solitary learners like to work and learn by themselves, that is self-study. खुद से पढ़ना चाहते हैं. They may come across as shy or cold as they keep to themselves. On the opposite to the social learners, they are open to everyone. They do group discussion. They scratch the ideas. They irrespective of anything, they bounce back. But solitary learners are exactly contradictory to them. सिर्फ खुद के लिए वो सोचते हैं, सिर्फ खुद का ज्यादा विचार करते हैं. So this is what about the solitary learner, and by giving them individual problem solving exercises, some lesson material, just explain them why the lesson material is important, as solitary learners are often interested in outcome, कि इससे क्या मिलेगा. तो मैं और मेरी पढ़ाई इसमें ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं solitary learners. The next and last variety available for the learners most of the time is the naturalistic learners, and they learn by finding the patterns in nature and using some scientific logic for understanding. So these naturalistic learners, for teaching them, a faculty must be involved in giving some experiments about the lessons, use examples related to the daily life, of people or a nature, क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा आप उनको नेचर के साथ रिलेट करेंगे, प्रैक्टिकल के साथ रिलेट करेंगे, उतना ज्यादा ये बच्चे सीखेंगे. जैसे हमारे कुछ बच्चे क्लास में ऐसे रहते हैं कि जिनको जब तक हम उस थ्योरी पार्ट पे प्रैक्टिकल नहीं लेते हैं, एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं लेते, तब तक उन बच्चों को वो थ्योरी पार्ट क्लियर नहीं होता है, और वो तब जाके आपको बोलते हैं एंड ऑफ द प्रैक्टिकल कि 2 घंटे बाद, हाँ सर जो आपने क्लास में पढ़ाया था ना वो हमें अभी पूरा समझ में आ गया. क्योंकि उनको वो प्रैक्टिकल रिलेट जो है, कंसेप्ट रिलेशन of theory knowledge with the practical, that only comes with the experiments for the complete understanding. And the last variety of the learners is the naturalistic learners. So these are there for having an experimental touch. And उनको आप केस स्टडी जब दोगे या कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशनल डेटा दोगे, कुछ फैक्ट शेयर करोगे, तो नेचुरलिस्टिक लर्नर्स वुड बी हैप्पी बिकॉज दे कैन रिलेट द स्टैटिस्टिक्स वेरी इजीली. So these are what learners from 1 to 8. We have started with the visual learners till this naturalistic learners. So what would be the takeaway from these 8 points? We need to ask these points to our students, stating to build a strengths across the learning style. We have to ask them to strengthen their learning styles, make the best use of learning style, work hard in skills and that don't come easily to you. We need to convey these things to our students. Be flexible and adaptable and try new things and new ways. Keep growing. Don't be easily satisfied. So whatever may be the learning style of the student, he must be in a position to strengthen that and make a best use of it. Ultimately, the learning style is the way how we learn and get the knowledge, and that knowledge we need to represent with the world. That knowledge we need to represent with the examination. That knowledge we need to represent with the interviewer when we are go for a job. If someone wish to become an entrepreneur, then the prior experience, what he has gained with the learning styles by his own, those things will be helpful to that person. And considering those artifacts, one has to identify his own learning style. In earlier slide, as I communicated, I'm getting a request that please share the screen. Very nice session, something I'm getting. Thanks for appreciation in between. I'm going to share the PPT. No need to worry at all. The organizers will definitely share to you. I'm going to hand over this PPT to them. But make sure that the various color coding followed in the PPT, please have a keen observation on this PPT because we need to convey this to students. See, the ultimate aim of attending any faculty development program or a short-term training program is to enhance our own skills so that it will be benefited to the society, it will benefited to the students, it will benefited to the institute which we belong, and for the development of ourselves. So yes, I'm going to share this, and please communicate these points to our students also, so that they will be in a position for their career in a fantastic way. Let's have a summary. Now, I'll take a break. I'll not speak for a minute, and I request everyone to just read or reiterate these things with you. I request everyone to just read this slide. I'll be kept mum for a minute. Yeah, I hope everyone has read. Just it's a similar thing that has been what we have discussed. I wish to have. I wait for a minute. so that everyone will inculcate, try to understand these concepts, that is visual, auditory, physical or tactile learners. I'll wait for another 30-40 seconds for this slide also. I request everyone to go through these slides. Yeah, I hope those are psychologically active in this session have gone through this. This is just a summary slide, what we have discussed in last 15-20 minutes. In the start, I have communicated that we are going to have a summary session as well. No need to get a summary at the end. If we do it for a slot of 15-20 minutes, that is benefited to everyone. And we can practice this methodology in our regular lectures also. After each 15-20 minutes, you can take a summary, what we have discussed in last a slot, and get the input from the students. We'll move ahead with the learning strategies part. But before that, I would like to communicate some research and observations that I identified during the preparation of this subject, that the visual and verbal information are processed differently by the brain. This is what theory, what I have observed. And a combination of visual and verbal is the best learning mode. Some of might be thinking that सर क्लास में तो 60 बच्चे रहते हैं, 60 बच्चों में से हर एक का लर्निंग स्टाइल अलग रहेगा. ये 8 में से अगर हम सोचते हैं 8 वैरायटी ऑफ लर्निंग स्टाइल में से हर एक 60 बच्चों में बहुत सारी वैरायटी रहेगी, तो हम पढ़ाए किस जरिए? इट्स अ कॉमन क्वेश्चन. Even though when we do online mode, then किसी के दिमाग में अभी आ गया होगा कि सर ये ऑनलाइन मोड में हम लेक्चर ले रहे हैं, तो ये सब कैसे समझे? ये जो बता रहे हैं आप सब ठीक है, सेशन अच्छा जा रहा है, आप अच्छे बोल रहे हो, सेशन पीपीटी अच्छा जा रहा है, सब ठीक है सर, लेकिन दो सवाल इसमें यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं. कि पहला सवाल यह है कि सर जब क्लास में 60 बच्चे हर एक की वैरायटी अलग है तो पढ़ाए कैसे? और दूसरा सवाल आता है कि सर इसको ऑनलाइन ई वर्चुअल मोड में इसको कैसे ले लें? तो दोनों सवाल के जवाब मैं अभी आपको दे देता हूँ कि यूजुअल जो कॉम्बिनेशन रहेगा वो विजुअल, दैट इज जो हम बच्चों को ग्राफ्स वगैरह दिखाते हैं वो, और जो वर्बल है मतलब something we communicate and something we give in a writing. So this is the standard way to communicate to the all 8 learners. This is the standard way. जो कुछ बच्चे हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं क्लास में कि कुछ चुपचाप बैठे हैं, अलग से वो सॉलिटरी मोड में पढ़ते हैं, तो उनको हमें अलग से बुलाना है और अलग से उनको समझाना है कि भाई ये तू टास्क कंप्लीट कर ले. That is the skill of the faculty, that we must identify out of those 60, how many 90% students are there, they will be happy with the visual and verbal mode. Remaining 10% are there for whom we need to take care. And as far as the e-learning part is concerned, you can ask your students, you can share the links which are provided in the, you can choose any one of the learning style link, and you can just go through that, ask your students to appear, and you will get a result, and ask them to send that result which mode of learning they are, learning style they are. And you can get acquainted with this learning mode also by communicating in this subcategory wise, a group wise. Like this presentation currently we are doing in a virtual class, but still I am getting responses from everyone who is online currently on Zoom. And also I request for the Facebook, if you those who are live on a Facebook, that if you have any question, you cannot communicate because I can't see Facebook right now, so you can, I'm going to share my contact details at the end. You can just compile your questions if you have or comments and just mail me out, so I'll get back to you on those points. So coming to this research and observation mode, a combination of visual and verbal is the best learning mode for the students, and we need to concentrate on that. As I am being a technical faculty, and I came to know from the organizers that there are some non-technical faculty also have joined, those pure maybe from arts, commerce, or some other background. So I just communicate that for a technical field, most of the students are practical learners. This is what the observation has been done in the research what I have gone through. So the kinesthetic learners or the tactile learners or the physical learners are, most of the students in the technical field belongs to this, because they need to relate everything with the experiment. Unless until they do the experiment, they will not be in a position to understand the concept. And some active learners are there, and for them we need to do something physical with this material, that is role playing and all that. And for the last type we have discussed naturalistic naturalistic learners are few, but are extremely, they are naturalistic are very few, but they are extremely beneficial, as they are multidisciplinary thinkers and to an administrator. मतलब जो बच्चे ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं नेचुरलिस्टिक लर्नर पे, उसका मैपिंग करते हैं नेचर के साथ, एनवायरनमेंट के साथ, लॉजिक के साथ, तो वो ज्यादा बच्चे सीखते हैं उनके जरिए, इन सारे कंसेप्ट्स के जरिए. सो दिस इज व्हाट स्लाइड रेफर्स टू द फैकल्टी एंड अबाउट द रिसर्च एंड ऑब्जर्वेशंस व्हाट आर देयर फॉर द लर्निंग स्टाइल्स. Now it's time for the activity. I'll give 1 minute time. I hope that is sufficient. 1 minute time is sufficient, and I request to all the participants, identify these words in this crossword. As we have studied the learning styles, now we need to identify the word that is naturalistic, musical, and I'll give a time for a minute or two, and just ping me on a chat box how many words you have been able to identify out of this. इतने सारे 50 में से कितने शब्द आप इसमें से ढूंढ पाते हैं. मैं अभी 1 मिनट के लिए शांत रहूंगा. आपके रिस्पॉन्सेस 1 मिनट के बाद मुझे चैट बॉक्स पे दिखने चाहिए. आप प्लीज मुझे भेज दीजिए कि आप कितने वर्ड्स इस 20-25 वर्ड्स में से आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. प्लीज गो अहेड एंड स्टार्ट द टास्क. द टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ. I need some count. I need only count. What I mean to say is, for example, Miss Priya ma'am has to send a count of 5, 6, 10. I can able to find 10 words in 1 minute. So I want that count, not the actual words. Words are already displayed there. So we can write directly from there also. I just want, yes, I got first response from Dr. Nitin. He has got 12 words. Sir, you can take time. Some has got 20, some has got 15. Yes, please take your time. I humbly request everyone to get involved in these activities. This is very essential, because we are going with a theoretical matter, theoretical subject, and to get a concentration back on the point on the slides, we must involve in this activity. Some are stating 20. Wow. 20 out of 20 words they are able to identify in this box. Great. Tiwari, these are 20 words around, if I'm not wrong. 15, 18, 20. Yeah, these are 20 words. That's it. Time up. Almost more than a minute has been given, and I got response. That's great that the participants are, even some of them have given 20 out of 20. That is really great. The lowest figure I am getting is 10. So more than 50%, more than 50% participants have cracked the words that they are able to identify. Thanks. Thank you. This is needed for, as this is related with some concentration of the brain back activity. So thank you. Thank you for your inputs. Now let us start with the next part of our session, that is what are learning styles and strategies. But before going to that, to the next slide, I just make sure that I reiterate the thing. जब भी हम कभी किसी को सुनते हैं तो ऐसा होता है ना कि हम सेशन बहुत अच्छा चल रहा होता है, लेकिन कभी कभी दिमाग में सवाल आता है, यार ये बोल तो अच्छा रहा है लेकिन अभी बहुत सारे स्लाइड है, अभी तो 50% हुआ है, टाइम तो अभी 12:30 बजने को आयो. But I make sure the session will end by 1 o'clock. So no need to worry at all. Please keep all your concentration with the slides and the presentation. Don't worry about the time. I will manage that time. So let's back to the learning strategies. And these learning strategies, it is nothing but it is an individual's approach to complete a task. Strategy is a method. How we do that. So it is an approach to for the completion of the task, and to be very precise, to be specifically, if I wish to communicate, then a learning strategy is an individual's way of organizing and using a particular set of skill in order to learn the content or accomplish the task more effectively and efficiently in education as well as in non-academic things. सर जी ये 3 इडियट्स वाली डेफिनेशन हो गई अपनी कि जो बुकिश है, जो थियोरेटिकल है. आई रिपीट फॉर यू एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट टू रीड यू आल्सो दैट अ लर्निंग स्ट्रेटजी इज एन इंडिविजुअल्स वे ऑफ organizing and using a particular set of skills in order to learn the content and accomplish the other tasks more effectively and efficiently in education as well as in the non-academic settings. So in simple words, let's go to the simple words that is more helpful to us. These are the motivated action taken by a learner to make learning easier, quicker, more enjoyable, effective and self-directed. So considering those artifacts, we need to identify that the learning must be easy, it must be quick, it must be more enjoyable and more effective. More effective, and it should be self-directed. So learning strategy is there. Immediately one can identify that sir exactly क्या है, मतलब हम learning style सीख रहे हैं, learning strategy सीख रहे हैं, तो इन दोनों में exactly क्या difference है. So now in another next 3 minutes we are going to understand the difference between learning style and strategy in a crystal clear manner, in a vivid manner. The comparison between learning style and strategy is, learning style refers to a relationship between an individual and their ways of learning, कि जो कैसे सीखना चाहते हैं, the way they learn, wherein the strategy refers to the attitude and behavior that is oriented towards the goal. Going more in detail about this, because I am putting a special emphasis for this difference. At least I want everyone should be very clear in their mind at the end of this session that sir learning style और strategy में इतना difference तो हमें पक्का याद रह गया. तो उसके लिए हम अभी आगे आने वाले स्लाइड में हम ये देखना चाहते हैं what is the exact difference जो हमें आदत है, that is in a tabular format. एग्जैक्ट लर्निंग स्टाइल मतलब क्या है और लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी मतलब क्या रहते हैं. तो इसके डिस्क्रिप्शन में हम दिखा रहे हैं कि द फर्स्ट पॉइंट अबाउट द लर्निंग स्टाइल इज हु विल डिसाइड. I had written there is the self assessment for both learning style and learning strategy. Yes, what do you mean by that? I'll explain each and every point. I request every participant to be with me for another 3 minutes for the better understanding of the difference. सेल्फ असेसमेंट मीन्स लर्निंग स्टाइल और स्ट्रेटेजी ये दोनों खुद को डिसाइड करने पड़ते हैं. ये खुद से होता है, इंटरनल रहता है कि मुझे कैसे पढ़ाई करना पसंद है. सुन के पढ़ाई करना अच्छा है, ग्राफ्स देख के पढ़ना अच्छा है, नोट्स निकाल के पढ़ना अच्छा है. सो दीज डिपेंड ऑन एन इंडिविजुअल. So the learning style and strategy, they in the same point, they have been assessed by self. The second one is the interesting. The field means a context or a surrounding. I request everyone to observe these two images very keenly. Learning style is a field dependent and learning strategy is field independent. I'm going to explain the second point, but before that, I request humbly everyone to just have a concentration on these two images and identify the difference. क्या फर्क है दोनों इमेज में? थोड़ा सा ध्यान से देखेंगे तो हमें ये पता चलेगा. If we observe that, if I need to draw a straight line, a vertical line, if I wish to draw, and if I put a angled square box around that, then the learning style is somewhat field dependent. Means if I wish to draw a straight line, ideally it should be straight like it is there in the independent. However, I cannot keep out of the box, and if the box is tilted, the line is also tilted. It is not a vertical one. That means our learning style is dependent on the field, that means a context or a surrounding. किस परिभाषा में, किस एनवायरनमेंट में हम पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, इस पे हमारी लर्निंग स्टाइल बहुत बहुत डिपेंडेंट है. उससे ज्यादा कुछ भी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है कि सराउंडिंग, किस सराउंडिंग में हम पढ़ रहे हैं. तो लर्निंग स्टाइल हर स्टूडेंट की, हर व्यक्ति की फील्ड पे डिपेंडेंट है, उसके सराउंडिंग पे डिपेंडेंट है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे डिपेंडेंट है. इसलिए फर्स्ट फिगर में आप देखते हो तो लाइन स्ट्रेट नहीं है, इंक्लाइंड है. इट इज इन अ मैकेनिकल लैंग्वेज इट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द square tilted square box, wherein if we look towards the learning strategy of an individual, the strategy is not dependent on the surrounding. सराउंडिंग कुछ भी होने दीजिए, मेरी जो स्ट्रेटेजी है पढ़ाई करने की उसी तरह से मैं करता हूँ. तो इवन दो बॉक्स इज टिल्टेड, द लाइन इज ड्रॉन एज अ स्ट्रेट. I repeat for you, even if the box is tilted, the line, if you observe, it is drawn very straight. It's a vertical line. So learning strategy is not depend on the surrounding, wherein the learning style is depend on the field or the surrounding. This is, you can take as 100% guaranteed. And the next point, the third description point, the deciding point is the knowledge or the. And as far as the knowledge of the learning style is in the cognitive level, what do you mean by cognitive? It is related with the brain, it is related with the study, it is related with the knowledge, it is related with the information what that person has. So the learning style is depend on the cognitive level, and for the learning strategy, it needs cognitive plus metacognitive level. So one might think, those who have joined late for this session, I'll explain them what do you mean by a metacognitive. Metacognitive is nothing but a self-analysis. Understanding the self-knowledge, understanding the self-outlook is what called as a metacognition. We are going to get into big details of this metacognition in upcoming slides of the learning strategies. And the last point of comparison between learning style and strategy is the individual's perception. Individual's perception. That is, in the learning style is learner's preference. That is, उसकी हम अगर हिंदी में समझना चाहेंगे तो उसकी पसंद क्या है, उसकी पसंद या प्रायोरिटी हम बोल सकते हैं उसको. लर्नर का प्रेफरेंस किस पे है, प्रायोरिटी किस पे है, पसंद किस पे है, तो वो है विजुअल, ऑडिटरी वगैरह, ये उसकी खुद की पसंद हो गई, दैट इज प्रेफरेंस. और लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी रहते हैं वो उसकी कॉम्पिटेंस रहती है, मतलब उसके स्ट्रेंथ्स, उसकी कॉम्पिटेंस, उसकी एक्सपर्टी रहती है, जैसे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग की टेक्निक हो या क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग की टेक्निक हो. दीज आर द लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजीज वेयर द लर्नर्स कॉम्पिटेंस इज देयर. उसको हम बोल सकते हैं क्षमता, हिंदी में जो वर्ड है ना क्षमता, उस व्यक्ति की क्षमता पे डिपेंड है कि उसकी लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी क्या हो सकती है. सो ऑन दिस 4 पॉइंट्स इट इज clear that the difference between a learning style and strategy. In upcoming few 10 minutes we are going to see the variety of the learning strategies also, but I thought that before going to the details of the learning strategy, after observing the definition of the strategy, let us make it crystal clear what do you mean by a style and what do you mean by a strategy. And if that is clear, I hope that is clear at least 50%. The remaining 50% you need to reread the slides after this session, and the remaining 50% can be clear. And if you have doubt, you can get back to me at any point of time. So moving ahead with the strategies, what these are the many students use their strategy automatically without their awareness. उनको पता भी नहीं रहता है कि वो पढ़ाई कैसे करे, लेकिन खुद की एक स्टाइल रहती है कि जैसे जोर जोर से बोलना हो. मैं आगे बताने वाला हूँ कि वो कैसे स्ट्रेटेजी रहते हैं इन सिंपल वर्ड्स. अभी हम फैकल्टी के बारे में सोचेंगे थोड़ा सा कि द रोल ऑफ फैकल्टी हियर, उसकी जरूरत क्या है. फैकल्टी तो इन सारी चीजों को समझने की जरूरत इसलिए है टू रिकॉग्नाइज देयर स्टूडेंट्स लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी। वो समझने चाहिए फैकल्टी को। We being a faculty, if we know our students better, then we can teach them better. क्योंकि अभी कैसा है कि हम ऐसे लाइटर मोड में, फनी मोड में अगर बोलेंगे ना तो कस्टमर इज द किंग, कस्टमर राजा है। तो फैकल्टी के जरिए से देखते तो हमारे जो बच्चे हैं उनको हमें सेटिस्फाई करना है। तो उनको सेटिस्फाई करना है तो हमें यह समझना पड़ेगा कि उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, और उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट के अनुसार जो उनकी लर्निंग स्टाइल है, लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी, वो अगर हम समझ लेते हैं तो वी विल बी अ फैंटास्टिक टीचर। हमें अगर अच्छा टीचर बनना है तो कब बनेंगे, बच्चे कब बोलेंगे कि उनको क्या चाहिए, ये अगर हम देंगे तो वो बोलेंगे डेफिनेटली अच्छा है। अगर मैं ऐसे करूं, myself being a maths faculty, if I solve the numerical in a PPT presentation and I display this on a projector in a class and ask them, see, write down the mathematical problem, then students won't be in a position to understand, क्योंकि उनको स्टेप बाय स्टेप पढ़ाना पड़ेगा चॉक बोर्ड पे कि कैसे हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं इस एग्जांपल को। तो what is the role of faculty here? I request all the participants to give attention on the last 5 points of this slide, stating that the role of faculty, that we must recognize students' learning strategy, also to make them explicit to students कौन से strategy अच्छे होने चाहिए, उनके कौन से strategy उनके लिए अच्छे हैं, bring them to their attention and talk about them, encourage students to use them in the classroom, their strategy उनकी कौन सी अच्छी है। जैसे मैं आगे बताने वाला हूँ, ये सारी चीजें ये थोड़े से आगे जैसे हम सेशन में प्रोसीड करेंगे तो ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएंगे। एट अ वन सब कुछ क्लियर नहीं हो सकता। मेक देम मोर इफेक्टिव टू द लर्निंग प्रोसेस, यस दैट इज व्हाट द रोल ऑफ फैकल्टी। हम किसी की जिंदगी संवार रहे हैं तो हमें ये सारी चीजों पे ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि वो किस तरह से अच्छे, किस ढंग से अच्छे पढ़ सकता है। एंड द बेस द टीचिंग प्रोसेस एंड द टेक्निक्स ऑन दीज स्ट्रेटेजीज, क्योंकि हमें जो अपने बच्चों के जैसे स्ट्रेटेजी हमने बोला है कि कौन से वैरायटी के बच्चे रहते हैं, डिफरेंट वैरायटी, तो उनके लिए हमें ये सब देखना है, समझना है, तो हमारा रोल बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट रहता है। सो व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस फॉर दिस लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी is as just it is discussed, it is just impossible कि अगर हम सारी चीजें करना चाहते हैं, कि बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन ये चीज बहुत जरूरी है कि बच्चे खुद भी पढ़ना चाहिए। जैसे हम इस सेशन के शुरू में देख रहे थे कि सरफेस लर्निंग, बच्चे खुद से पढ़ना नहीं चाहते, दे वांट ग्रेड्स, दे आर मोर कंसंट्रेशन ऑन द ग्रेड। लास्ट मिनट पे पढ़ाई करो, जो जितना आता है दिमाग में रखो, एग्जामिनेशन में जाओ, ओरल है तो बोल दो, थियरी है तो लिख दो, एंड दैट्स इट। दे वांट ग्रेड्स, they don't want to get the knowledge, they wish to get information। इसके लिए हिंदी में एक बहुत अच्छा शब्द है, आज के बच्चे ना परीक्षार्थी है, विद्यार्थी नहीं है। The current generation belongs to the cadre of परीक्षार्थी, they are not the vidyarthi, they don't want to learn the knowledge, they just have a glimpse of it, write the paper, get the grades, and that's it. I am an engineer, I am a graduate, I am a postgraduate, and something like that. Okay, so this is what the fact, but we don't deny it. So we need an input from student also, because it is impossible for a teacher to always teach everything unless the student themselves want to learn। अगर वो पढ़ना ही नहीं चाहे तो हम बहुत दिक्कत हो सकती है, तो उनको उसके रिलेटेड हमें लीन करना है। There are some tools, especially strategies are important because these tools help them to be active, self-directed, and involvement should be there from the student side, and this is developed and this is essential for their development। वो अगर खुद से नहीं करना चाहे तो वो डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, तो उसको दोनों तरीके से प्रयास होने चाहिए। फैकल्टी भी उसके अनुसार प्रयत्न करे और स्टूडेंट्स भी अपने तरीके से प्रयत्न करें ताकि वो अच्छे से पढ़े। यहाँ पे मैं फिर से एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगा तारे जमीन पर मूवी का, जहाँ पे हमने देखा कि जो वो फैकल्टी रहते हैं वो स्टूडेंट को हर एक ढंग से, हर एक वैरायटी से वो उसको पढ़ाते हैं ताकि उसका जो ब्रेन है उसके रिलेटेड मैप हो जाए, उसको वो सारी चीजें याद रहना शुरू हो जाए। रेगुलर रोट लर्निंग से वो बच्चा पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकता था, उस मूवी में हमने देखा। इवन आई कैन कोट एग्जांपल फ्रॉम अनदर मूवी इन बॉलीवुड, इट इज कॉल्ड हिचकी मूवी। उसमें भी सारा ऐसा ही है, बहुत दंगा करने वाला क्लास था, लेकिन वो फैकल्टी ने बहुत अच्छे से उसको ट्रेन किया। तो इसमें वो फैकल्टी की पेशेंस की टेस्ट होती है कि आप कितने पेशेंट रखते हो बच्चों के साथ। एंड फाइनली coming to this slide, that the importance of learning strategy, it is appropriate learning strategy result in improved proficiency and a greater self-confidence. These are the 6 varieties of the learning strategies: cognitive, metacognitive, memory related, compensatory, affective, and social. I clearly state that these are purely theoretical material. These are purely philosophical material about the learning strategy. At the end of this 6 variety, I am going to communicate what are the actual learning strategies we use in a practice. ये सब हम समझ लेंगे अभी आगे आने वाले 5-6 मिनट्स में, लेकिन उसके बाद मैं आपको ठीक से बताऊंगा कि एक्चुअल में लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी का वैरायटी क्या क्या होता है। अभी ये 6 स्लाइड्स थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होंगे क्योंकि ये सारे फिलॉसफी की तरफ जाते हैं। तो कमिंग टू cognitive strategy is what this enable the learner to manipulate the subject matter in direct way, that is through reasoning, analysis, and note taking. In short, I can give an example of a Kaun Banega Karodpati, in which the interactive response collection is carried out. In cognitive strategy, student makes some notes, they have some reasoning, they have some clarification about the points, and they identify, they try to study the material. So this is the first strategy of the cognitive, related with the brain, related with the understanding of the concept. The second one is the metacognitive. The meta, whenever you heard a word meta, then that is what called as a self. Metacognitive, that means self-analysis, understanding our own thought process, understanding our own knowledge, and that is what called as a metacognitive. हिंदी में इसको शब्द है आत्म परीक्षण, आत्म परीक्षण बोलते हैं, इंट्रोस्पेक्शन। खुद से हमें समझना है, खुद को जानना है, हमें खुद को समझना है। So that is what called as a metacognition. और लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर हमारे बच्चे ये प्रैक्टिस करेंगे मेटाकॉग्निशन स्ट्रेटेजीज का, तो उनके जो खुद के गोल है, कमिटमेंट्स है, मेथोडोलॉजी है, रिसोर्सेस है, इवैल्यूएशन प्रोसेस है, वो सब बहुत अच्छा होगा। यहाँ पे वर्ड लिखा है सेल्फ रिलाइंग। So metacognition refers to a self-analysis, introspection, and this strategy is very important for the development of an individual. So third category, third variety of the learning strategy refers to a memory related, like we use many times we use acronyms or the sound similarities or the images or the keywords. So it is a memorization point of view that this will help learners to link one item or concept with the another. Like in school days, if you are remembering, to remember the colors of the rainbow, we make a single word of all the first letters, that is red, green, yellow, orange, something like that. And we make a first letter of the word from a first letter of all those 7 rainbow colors. So that is what called as an acronym. Even when we are studying a history subject, then we need to remember 1947 में ऐसा हुआ, 1855 में ये हुआ, 1856 में हुआ, 1742 में हुआ। तो ये सारी चीजों का सीक्वेंस हम कैसे ध्यान में रखते थे, तो उसका पहला वर्ड हम निकालते थे और उस पे कुछ तो एक सेंटेंस बनाते थे या वर्ड बनाते और वो याद रखते थे। So this is what the memory related strategy. I'm just putting a practical examples also, so this theoretical point will be crystal clear here itself. So some sound similarities are there. Our brain has a capacity of storing more than 1000 variety of sounds and more than 1000 variety of smells, 1000 variety of tastes, odors. God gifted है, भगवान ने बहुत कुछ दिया है हमें ऐसे स्टोर करने के लिए. So memory related strategies are there and we can use it for the betterment of study, betterment of understanding. Then there are some compensatory strategies कि अगर जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि अगर हमें याद नहीं आ रहा है, तो ऐसे कई बार होता है कि हम ऐसे कुछ जेस्चर करते हैं कि यार मुझे ये कहना है ना कि मतलब just observe what I'm doing, that this is what the compensatory strategy is. This will help to make for missing knowledge. अगर मैं बोलते हुए कुछ भूल गया तो हाँ यार just give me 1 minute, yeah, this is what I'm doing, this is what the gesturing, this is what the paraphrasing. And in this strategy we can ask for some repetition also. Sorry, I'm not getting the question, please can you please pardon, can you please repeat that? So the students also has this capacity of the compensatory strategy, or it is called as a communicative or experimental strategy, in which if there is something missing, in my understanding, I get back to that. I'll quote a simple example for this. Many times we read a book, maybe academics or maybe from spiritual or maybe from outside our academics. And while reading that, we go through a page entirely. We complete that book. We liked it. What we do, we try to read the same book second time. And you all have experienced that when we read the same book second time, हमें कुछ नई चीजें और ज़हन में आती है जो हमने पहले बार मिस की थी. मतलब तब हमारा दिमाग, हमने वो सेंटेंस पढ़े थे हमारी आंखों ने, लेकिन वो हमारे ब्रेन तक नहीं चला गया, ब्रेन से हार्ट तक नहीं आया, तो हमने मेमोराइज नहीं किया उसको. लेकिन जब हम सेकंड टाइम उसको पढ़ रहे हैं सेम बुक को, तो उसी पेज में से जो 3-4 लाइन हमने मिस कर दिए थे, शायद तब कॉल आ गया होगा या किसी के साथ हम किसी दूसरे विचार में चले गए होंगे, तो हम मिस कर देते. So learning strategy about the compensatory, the fourth cadre refers to those repetition of the explanations. Moving ahead, the fifth is the effective strategies. This will help the learners. It as effective, it is related with the emotions. It's as simple as that. So recognizing or overcoming the emotional obstacles or building a self-confidence is very important. हम सब लोग करते हैं. Being faculty, we motivate the student, we motivate them for the session, we ask them for the better learning by giving a better concentration. तो उनके साइकोलॉजी के साथ, उनके दिमाग के साथ, उनके इमोशंस के साथ हम बाउंड रहते हैं, और जो बाउंड रहते हैं तभी वो अच्छे से पढ़ा सकते हैं और वो बच्चों तक पहुंचता भी है. अगर हम सुपरफिशियली पढ़ाएंगे, सुपरफिशियली बात करेंगे, तो वो बच्चों तक नहीं पहुंचेगा. For this effective strategy, the teacher must be with the student so that he can get involved with his learning style, and the best teaching, best learning can happen. So there must be forming of a positive relationship with the language, culture, studying activities and all that. We need to concentrate on that. So some social strategies are there, the last cadre of the learning strategy, and this will enable the learner to learn via interaction with the others and understand the concept. That is what we can say it is a brainstorming or a group discussion. जैसे हमारी भी शायद आदत होगी, हम में से कुछ लोगों की, जब हम स्कूल डेज में थे या कॉलेज डेज में थे, तो हम क्या करते थे कि पढ़ाई के टाइम अगर दो या तीन लोगों का ग्रुप बना देते कि भाई तू पहला चैप्टर तू प्रिपेयर कर, दूसरा चैप्टर दूसरा प्रिपेयर करेगा, मैं तीसरा करूंगा, हम तीनों साथ में बैठेंगे और एक दूसरे को डिस्कस करेंगे. तो तीनों चैप्टर का प्रिपरेशन 3 लोगों का साइमल्टेनियसली हो जाता था, वो भी कम से कम समय में, हार्डली 40-45 मिनट्स में. तो दिस इज व्हाट अनदर स्ट्रेटेजी व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज अ सोशल स्ट्रेटेजी. देखिए, जो स्ट्रेटेजी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ वो सब हमको ऑलरेडी पता है, लेकिन उसको हम फॉर्मुलेट कर रहे हैं थियोरेटिकल मैटर के साथ, या जो फिलोसॉफिकल मैटर है, जो थियोरेटिकल स्ट्रेटेजी है, उसके साथ हम रिलेट कर रहे हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाट द टास्क गिवन बाय ऑर्गेनाइजर्स टू बी, दैट make the audience aware about what are the different learning styles and what are the different learning strategies, that too with the practical way, practical outlook. Now again, an important slide. Please don't get rushed into the chat box. We have enough time, right, still pending with us. I request concentration of everyone. यात्रीगण कृपया ध्यान दें because this slide is a web content slide. And what I'm going to communicate is pretty much important. This is published by George Lucas Educational Foundation. The site name is Edutopia. Some of you might be aware, whenever you search for pedagogy in Google, this would be the first site getting popped up. So there are some links also. Right now, as we are running a short of time for a minute, so I'm not going to get into details, but I can explain you what you need to do. Just click on this link when you get the presentation and try to go through this learning styles. Also go through the topic index, what the faculty is. Actually, this website is prepared for the school teachers across the globe. But when I've gone through this website, I came and I mesmerized that this slide is pretty much helpful for the technical teachers or the teachers from various disciplines as an individual to understand the psychology of the students. Hell number of material is there. Too much things have been they have given the links here fantastic work is done by Utopia. Thus, they have focused on the 6 learning strategies also. I have quoted the link for learning styles also. And when we are at the conclusion, I openly communicate to you, as I communicate in the start, that there are variety of discussions, variety of juggling related with the learning styles. Are there existence of learning styles? Really, it is necessary. Fewer researchers tell that ऐसा कुछ नहीं जरूरत है लर्निंग स्टाइल्स की, हर एक का अपना अपना रहता है, वो चल जाएगा. और कुछ कहते हैं कि नहीं, इसकी जरूरत है, क्योंकि उसके बजाय हम कैटेगराइज नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो हमने जो लिया है वो दूसरे कंसेप्ट में से लिया है कि जरूरत है. A teacher must understand a learning style and a learning style strategy of a student for better teaching. तभी ये सक्सेसफुल होगा जो आज का सेशन हम ले रहे हैं. तो आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू जस्ट गो थ्रू these links whenever you get a PDF. Again, coming to the practical aspect, in simple words, what would be the learning strategy? हमें सब पता है कि highlighting the rows in a book or listening to a media और peer tutor, मतलब दो students खुद से एक दूसरे को पढ़ाते हैं, group study करते हैं. एक बच्चा दूसरे पढ़े बच्चे को पढ़ाता है तो उसको हम peer tutors बोल सकते हैं. कुछ बच्चे खुद से बात करते हैं. ऐसे variety of the है, जैसे कुछ notes taking हो या flash cards हो या कुछ पिक्चर्स हमें बनाने हैं. जैसे मैंने अभी, आप अगर इस सेशन को थोड़ा सा गौर से देखते हैं तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि ये सारे ऑलमोस्ट मैंने यूज किए हैं. अभी बोल तो रहा हूँ, स्क्रीन शेयर किए तो आपको प्रेजेंटेशन स्लाइड्स भी मिलेंगे, हर एक कलर कोड किए हुए हैं. वैरायटी ऑफ इमेजेस है उसके रिलेटेड. बहुत कम स्लाइड आपको इसमें ऐसे मिलेंगे कि जिसमें इमेजेस नहीं है. और वो क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि वो प्योरली फिलोसॉफिकल है. उसको इमेज डालेंगे तो फिलोसॉफी का मजा निकल जाएगा, इसलिए उसको जानबूझ के वहां पे मैंने इमेजेस नहीं रखे हैं, सो दैट वन कैन आइडेंटिफाई दीज स्लाइड्स आर फिलोसॉफिकल वन. उसके इमीडिएट अगले स्लाइड पे आपको उसका सिंपल वर्ड में मीनिंग मिल जाएगा, उसके एग्जांपल्स मिल जाएंगे. ओके, सो द ऑब्जर्वेशन, तो व्हाट आई कम्युनिकेट की जो अभी इसमें देखा है, तो ऑब्जर्वेशन अबाउट द डिफरेंट लर्निंग स्ट्रेटेजी ये है कि जब हम यूज करते हैं तो बच्चों की लर्निंग बहुत अच्छी होती है. इट एनहांसेस द लर्निंग. द परफॉर्मिंग ऑफ स्पेसिफाइड टास्क इज रियली फैंटास्टिक. Solving a specific problem becomes very easy for the students because they are dealing with their own style. As I communicated, when I'm comfortable with the bouncer, then if bowler bowls the bouncer ball, then I can hit it for the 6. Then the compensating for a deficit in learning. मुझे पता है कि मुझे ये चीजें नहीं आ रही है, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, तो I can change my strategy for that. ये मुझे पता है मुझे इस जरिए से नहीं समझने वाला है. Another example I am remembering right now is if we are thinking that क्या भी फर्स्ट ओवर में 5 रन किए हैं, सेकंड ओवर में 8 किए हैं, थर्ड ओवर में 10 किए. ये अगर मैं थियोरेटिकल मैटर आपको लिख के बताता हूँ तो ज्यादा समझ में नहीं आएगा. लेकिन इसके अगर हम बार ग्राफ बनाते हैं वर्टिकल, तो ये तुरंत पता चल जाएगी कितने ओवर में कितने रन बने, किस ओवर में सबसे ज्यादा रन बने, विकेट कहाँ पे गिरे. ये सब हमने स्क्रीन पे देखा होगा. So this is what changing of the strategy if I'm not getting the things. And ultimately the learning strategies helps the learning easier, faster and more enjoyable. And this one is very important. I humbly request every participant, those who are live on Facebook and as well as Zoom, to go through this and ask your students to remember that no matter what the learning style or strategy is, but he should be involved in the class, he should be participative. He should link the classroom experience with the outside world because that helps him for the memorization, like we shown in the naturalistic or the social. Then he must relate the class concept with his own life. He must ask the questions and offer criticism. ऐसा होता है बच्चे कई बार डरते हैं हमसे, तो हमें कुछ सवाल पूछते ही नहीं है और पूछने से डरते हैं, तो उनको बोलिए कि आप जल्दी से सेटिस्फाई मत होइए. यू कैन आस्क, ऑफर क्रिटिसिज्म. सर नहीं, मुझे ऐसा नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है, क्या आप मुझे प्लीज एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि व्हाई यू आर पॉइंटिंग टू एक्स, व्हाई नॉट वाई. आस्क देम टू जस्ट ऑफर क्रिटिसिज्म. और हमें भी ऐसे क्रिटिसिज्म अगर आते हैं तो हमें पॉजिटिवली लेने हैं, कि हमें समझना है कि बच्चा कहाँ पे तो साइकोलॉजिकली दूसरी जगह सोच रहा है, तो मे बी ही इज करेक्ट, मे बी. Stimulate the relevant discussion with the students so they can get involved with the class. don't get distracted, stay on the task, just ask the students to be on a task, क्योंकि कई बार बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं किसी दूसरा चीज शुरू हो जाता है तो उसमें पहली चीज भूल, तो हमें उनको वापस लेके आना है। जैसे अभी हम सेशन में भी कर रहे थे कि अगर हमारा सेशन जो बात करता है उसका तो मन यही पे स्थिर रहता है, लेकिन जो सुन रहे हैं उनका मन कहीं बाहर घूमने जा सकता है। दे हैव लिबर्टी टू जस्ट go out and have a coffee at a CCD, but the one who speaks has his whole concentration with the presentation. तो बच्चों का भी सिमिलरली ऐसा होता है, इट इज कॉमन ह्यूमन बिहेवियर। तो हमें उनको फिर से वापस लाना है उनके दिए गए टास्क पे। सो ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है बीइंग फैकल्टी, दैट वी शुड नर्चर देम एंड वी शुड गिव अ गुड क्राउड टू द सोसाइटी and always keep an open mind, let them creative, let them think about the startups, and they'll get definitely a very good output out of this practice. So I request all the participants at least just go through these takeaway slides. These are pretty much important for the students, and convey them that all life is learning, it never stops, so enjoy the learning. हम चाहे भी तो सीखना छोड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन जिंदगी हमें सिखाना नहीं छोड़ती, तो इसलिए हमें कंटिन्यूअसली लर्न करते रहना, ये उनकी साइकोलॉजिकली प्रिपेयर कर रही है। एंड दिस इज व्हाट द हाईलाइट ऑफ द एंटायर लास्ट 120 मिनट्स व्हाट वी आर डिस्कसिंग इज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स एंड द एक्सपेक्टेशन, we discussed the philosophy, and we identified that almost 16 categories of Myers-Briggs type indicator for the psychology of the student, and how the individual understand the world, perceives the world, the information. So this we have discussed the 16 categories of the philosophy. Dear friends, I am communicating the highlights, that is the summary of the session, and this will be helpful for all the participants who have joined very late. And please have a concentration for a minute, that we have taken the glimpses of the Bloom's taxonomy as well, conveying the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domain. Now, moving ahead, we have discussed in detail about the definition and the types of the learning styles and strategies. In definition, we have categorized in a two manner. First one is the philosophical one, a difficult one, tricky one, and second one is in the simple words. And you will get this presentation, so need not to worry, need not to write anything. You'll get it ready made. And then we have given more emphasis on the difference between the learning style and strategy. What exactly it is, what do you mean by field dependent and field independent, that we have discussed in this last half an hour or so. And most importantly, what will be the highlight of this 120 minutes efforts is the takeaway for the students. And I humbly request to everyone that just you can use that Menti also, www.menti.com. You can prepare your own questionnaire. You can log into it, prepare your own questionnaire, share those details with the students, get their feedback. Second thing, you can share the web contents, what I have delivered, those are highlighted in a different color. You can share those slides to the students. You can share any one link and get feedback from the students. Ask them to write, prepare for the test, give that test, their own true intuition, their true sense. They need to identify and they need to write it, so that everyone can practice with their own, identifying their own learning style, learning strategies, as I discussed in the last slide. Whichever feels good for us, maybe highlighting, maybe taking stick notes, we can use that. So please do convey the takeaway to the students. I thank the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, Mumbai, IIT Bombay, and especially the Department of Educational Technology for, I have taken good inputs from them. Also, I thank the University of Arkansas, USA, the Gordon Kennedy Academic Success Center. They have done excellent research. Also, I have used the research from the Myers and Briggs, all from this Shoemaker and Texler research paper. And for this activity part, I thank the wordsearch.com, the puzzles, and the sawal.com, as I have taken that. This is a courtesy call from my side. And I conclude the session with the great Indian scientist, the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, conveyed, इंतजार करने वालों को सिर्फ उतना ही मिलता है जितना कोशिश करने वाले छोड़ देते हैं। तो हम इंतजार करने वालों में से नहीं है, हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हम एक अच्छे टीचर बने, बच्चों को ज्यादा अच्छा से नर्चर करे so that they will be fruitful in their life, and that is what the satisfaction being faculty, being teacher, what we have, कि हमारे बच्चे जितना ऊपर जाए उतना हमें satisfaction मिलेगा, उतना हमें अच्छा लगेगा. That's it. Thank you for bearing with me. Very limited time left with me for the questions, but still if you have, I'm just looking at the chat box now. If you have any question, you can please. And also if you wish to give some feedback, I like to have one or two verbal feedback also. I request the technical team to just help me out. If someone raises the hand, please make that video content enable to everyone. If someone needs that, my contact details and the email ID is displayed on the screen. You can take a snapshot of it, or it will be shared to you in a PDF also. I reiterate, if someone has a question, because as we are running out of time, it's almost 2 minutes left. If you are unable to ask the question right now, then I'll be definitely get back to you on my email ID or a WhatsApp number, which is displayed there. I request participants to send your questions to the WhatsApp or the email. I'll definitely get back to you by today or tomorrow. If anyone wish to give verbal feedback, I'll be pretty much happy from the participants. Now I'm stopping the screen share and back live. I request organizer to be, if someone raises the hand, just ask him to unmute and please play the video. If someone wish to give a verbal feedback about the session. Is the technical team ready with the feedback? The verbal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone raising the hand for this verbal feedback?
No, sir.
I'll be more than happy for that.
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. Yes. No problem. Almost everyone has that. I'm just looking at the chat box now, and I can see that almost everyone has given the excellent feedback. Thank you. The session is excellent because of you, because you are attentive. Otherwise, the orator communicates by his own way, and if the audience is not in a position to listen, then the session wouldn't be fine. So I thank the organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to discuss with you all. I thank the management of the institute for organizing such a fantastic event that is also a pan-India level. Thank you. That's it from my side. Over to organizers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Really wonderful session, sir. Now we are concluding the today's session. The session was really wonderful, sir. Hope all the participants would understood the concept that you have covered in today's session. On the behalf of organizing committee of this STTP at A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur, myself, Chamla Depe, gives big thanks to you, sir, for guiding us on so critical topic, that is learning styles and strategies. But you have mentioned it very well, sir. Learning styles and strategies are necessary to understand for our teacher fraternity, without which our teaching has no any meaning. Thank you, sir. Almost you have covered all the minute parts which is required for learning styles and strategies, like psychology of student and teacher, human diversity, logic, various styles, strategies, by embedding different activities to make the session interactive. Really fantastic session, sir. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you, dear participant, for your patience with us. Now within 1 hour, you will get the feedback form and tomorrow's session link for Zoom and Facebook Live on your registered email as well as on Telegram channel. Thank you. Till that, happy learning.